Another childhood story, which I think is interesting, at that time, and I guess I was 5 years old, Cracker Jack used to put little prizes in their packages. So I had this package, and the prize was a diamond ring, and which was, of course, probably made of tin. Anyway, my sister Loretta saw the ring that I wanted. She said she really would like to wear it because she was going out on a date that night. And I said, no, you can't, because if you do, you'll lose it. She said, oh, I won't lose it, but if I did, I'll give you $1 for it. And I thought, wow, that'd be okay then. So I let her have it. Well, sure enough, she went out and she lost my ring. And she never paid me the $1. And 50 years later, I reminded her of that, and she paid me the $1. My good friend Bob Wright said, well, he wasn't eligible to go to the junior high school because he lived in Forest Park, but he would like to go to the University of Illinois at Navy Pier. And the University of Illinois Navy Pier at that time was roughly equivalent. As a matter of fact, because my mother's family had been in politics, she still knew somebody, and so at that time the Illinois state legislators could send people to the University of Illinois and have the tuition waived. So I went to the University of Illinois at Navy Pier and had the tuition raised, and I did it because Bob Wright was going to go with me. So I enrolled, and then, like so many things that Bob did, he never made it. He changed his mind, and I went to the University of Illinois. But like a lot of things, the same thing happened with Bob a little earlier during the summer. He said, wow, it'd be a good idea if we learned how to type. And I said, okay, I'll take typing lessons with you. So we went, and I started at Proviso High School to take typing lessons at night. And I took them, and Bob left after the first session. Then he didn't think he could make it anymore. So I did learn how to type, and I thought that was a great advantage, and it turned out to be very good when I went into the Army. I report to basic training, and the first day the sergeant is calling the roll call, and it gets to the end of the roll call, and he said, anybody didn't call? And I raised my hand, and he said, what's your name? I said, the name is Fitzmaurice. And he said, okay, I'll take you down. The next day, he calls roll call again. I say, you didn't call me? And he said, I called you. And I said, then here he said, Kid Merrick. And I said, well, if that's how you pronounce it, I didn't recognize that as my name. But not only did I recognize it, he had it spelled with a K, so it was Kitz. Well, as a result of that, I got on 2 rosters. One is Fitzmaurice and one is Kitzmaurice. And then I complained about that, and they said, no, that's too bad. If you're on for KP, you have to do both of them. So it was only 8 weeks or whatever. So at the end of the 8 weeks, I'm supposed to get transferred someplace. Well, again, it's this Fitzmaurice. So as a result, they can't send me out because they have me under the wrong name, and I have to stay in this boot camp situation or basic training for another 4 weeks while they're straightening. But I'm the only private that's in this place, so now I'm on kitchen police for the next 4 weeks. I don't do anything else but there. Then finally, a new group of people come in, and I'm now serving on the KP line, And this young man comes through, this young kid, and he looks at me and he says, "Aren't you Mr. Fitzmaurice? And weren't you my teacher last semester?" So I thought that was great. It was interesting. And as a result of that, everything in my Army career got screwed up. But the good thing was, when I was going overseas, they wanted to know if anybody could type. And I raised my hand. So then I became an office clerk typist kind, which was great duty. It couldn't have been a better thing. So Bob Wright's typing turned out to be the right thing.